Welcome back, Option Informants. It's been a while. We've been under the radar these past few weeks, but we are back. We're going to try to make this more routine on the weekly basis at a minimum. But we've been working hard, obviously, on some of our Discord, the website, different strategies. Now, if you've been in the Discord, we have our LambdaTrader, we have our earning bots, many other tools. We see more and more members are engaging with them, making great trades based on actual data and fundamentals. And they're becoming stronger traders with that. Now we are developing some new strategies, some deep in the money, which are pretty fantastic because if you're a long-term investor or short-term trader, this kind of brings you right in the middle, right? Now Joe is gonna jump into a couple charts here that we are interested for this week. So without that, I'm gonna hand it over to Joe and take it away.
What's up, informants? So we're taking a look at Apple here. I do want to give you a quick rundown of this chart and some of the stuff I have written down here. So I had this symmetrical triangle at the point in time, obviously back here, thinking that there was going to be a breakout to the upside. There was not. It failed down. I did have this line actually here for support, did bounce off of that. Then we know the midline is always kind of like a retest area for these breakouts. So it did retest. And then it bounced back down, almost creating an inverse head and shoulders, if you will. We can kind of, make the neckline in this general area here, kind of where this pink is here. It did break out over that into another A and D zone, accumulation distribution zone. We did get a retest here. And we are looking for it to hold this upcoming week in the next couple of days. So if it does hold, let's kind of anticipate a run up to 133-ish. So some good opportunity for a long debit spread. Quite possibly if you want to take a credit spread somewhere down here. And then also you could sell puts somewhere down here if that's your thing. Deep in the money call would work perfect for this as well. So let's move into our next stock, which is Wells Fargo. Let's look for her on here. Okay. So Wells Fargo, I'm just going to zoom out really quick to the weekly so you can see that this support line that I'm making is truly a longer term support. Let's see how far back this goes. So you can see the support kind of starts out in 01, July 01. So sorry, that was July 02. So you can see how far back this goes. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's go back to the daily. You can see there was a run up in price. We did actually pull a deep in the money strategy down here. I think we came away with 150 bucks over the course of like a day or two. Pretty good strategy. I'm looking to do it again on Wells Fargo. Here I circled out the volume, which you can't see now that I moved it here, but I circled out the fact that volume was continuously moving up and volume and price was continuously moving up with smaller and smaller bodies, which means there is going to be a bigger move here. Price action really isn't telling us anything at this point, but we do have the volume to tell us that there are buyers. Let's look at Beyond Meat now. So Beyond Meat has another long-term support, as you can see here. Not a very long time, but this is a long-term support for Beyond Meat. Price is hovering just above it. Again, great potential for a deep in the money call if we're looking for a run up because we are long on this. MAs are getting close to crossing. We'll see what happens. We can also sell a put down here. We could do a long debit spread. We can also do a credit spread down here as well. Let's take a look at Netflix. This one's really interesting for me. So Netflix has been ranging for quite some time, and we know the longer that stock consolidates is the bigger the move is going to be eventually. So we could see MAs are going to cross here, but we really don't pay attention to MA crossings and ranges because they send a lot of false signals. You can see here, false signal, a false signal, a false signal, a false signal. Nothing really happens. It just stays in its range. So the best indicator here are to use your oscillators. Specifically, I like RSI or MFI because MFI includes volume. So they're almost leading indicators. You can also use other oscillators if that's your thing. But Let's get back to Netflix. We can see that price is hovering just above support. We should see a potential move upward. And again, your strategies could be a deep in the money call. They could be a long debit spread. You could set a credit spread down here somewhere. You could set a naked put somewhere down here. Your stop loss for anything that you're buying, so like your debit spreads or your deep in the money calls, you can be just below this candle here. So if price drops below that, then you just stop out and close out your positions wherever you're at. Let's see. The last one is kind of showing off some of our technology here. So I didn't really have a position on Intel. You could see that prices just running up, volumes all over the place. There definitely are some big players in here with all this heavier volume. MFI is not going to tell us much here because we are well oversold or well overbought, excuse me. So I usually just take a peek at the weekly and see what LambdaTrader is telling me. And you can see here that LambdaTrader kind of threw us a bone. So it says 14 days to expiration, right? But we're on the weekly chart, so we may want to like add a couple days, like I would say maybe a week or two to our expiration. So maybe 28 days out, which is DTE. And then you can also see how LambdaTrader defines your take profit and your stop losses for you. So at a 60% take profit, you can get out of the position. At a 40% loss, you can get out of the position. So yeah, it's well defined for you. That is it for me. Ed, do you have anything?
Yeah, a couple of things real quick. So again, as you can see here, the tools from LambdaTrader are, one, they're fantastic. They help, build a little bit more confidence if you're new into option trading itself. And of course, we do more than just options. So make sure to check out the Option Informant webpage where we have, 2 portfolios now. One's a growth portfolio, one is an RA. I believe the growth portfolio is already up 90% in the last, 30 to 40 days. So, we're obviously out there hunting for stocks, hunting for, good companies. Obviously subscribe. Today is December 6th. So, we send out our best stock of the week alert to, pay attention to. And special thanks to our community and our members we have so far. This is the reason we do this. It's a good community, and we're hoping to build it and make it better. And do appreciate the team. And of course, just to close this out, these videos and articles are for educational purposes only. Don't buy or sell stock based on what you hear in these videos or articles. Other than that, guys, I will see you on the trading floor. Stay informed.